When did God's kingdom begin ruling in heaven? Before examining prophetic timelines, we need to understand something foundational. Jehovah God has always been king. From the beginning, he ruled from heaven, and humans were meant to live on earth under his authority. When the Israelites were slaves in Egypt, it was Jehovah God who rescued them. Exodus 3 verse 7. Jehovah God added, "I have certainly seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt, and I have heard their outcry. Because of those who force them to work, I well know the pains they suffer." Verse 8 continues, "I will go down to rescue them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land to a land good and spacious, a land flowing with milk and honey, the territory of the Sinaites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites." As we can see in these two scriptures, God brought them out of Egypt, formed them into a nation, and gave them laws through Moses. He guided them, protected them, and directed their worship. Their system of government was different from the surrounding nations because Jehovah God himself was their king. Deuteronomy 33 verse 5 says, "He became king in Jeshurun, when the heads of the people were gathered together." That he, meaning Jehovah God, because king in Jeshurun. Jeshurun is a poetic name for Israel. This shows that Jehovah was already their king when they became a nation. Later, when the people asked for a human king like the surrounding nations, Jehovah God revealed what that request truly meant. In 1 Samuel 8 verse 7, Jehovah God said, "They have rejected me from being king over them." This shows that Israel's request for a human king was a rejection of Jehovah's rulership. They wanted to be like the surrounding nations instead of trusting him as their king. Even when human kings were appointed, Jehovah remained the true ruler. Those kings did not replace him, they represented him. That is why 1 Chronicles 29 verse 23 says that Solomon sat on Jehovah's throne. The throne in Jerusalem represented God's rulership from heaven. The arrangement was clear. Jehovah ruled from heaven, and earthly kings served as his representatives. This was a visible expression of God's kingdom operating on earth. However, that visible arrangement did not continue without interruption. The interruption was real, but it was not without a time limit. In the next episode, we will examine the prophetic period known as the 7 times, how long it lasted, and what happened when it ended. Please subscribe and return for the next episode as we answer the question, when did God's kingdom begin ruling in heaven?